A very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News, coming to you live from MTV Sports. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Before we go into stories in detail, let's take a look at the headlines. 2 persons killed in a fire that broke out in a chena in Vallavaya. Inquiry launched against all officers of the Uva Province Wildlife Department on charges of having cooked and consumed venison. 4 more suspects have been arrested in connection with the assault on police officers in Kokadichole. And on international news, Pope Francis visits South Korea in the first Asia trip. Now stories in detail. Ambassador of Switzerland to Sri Lanka and the Maldives, Thomas Litzcher, met President Rajapaksa last evening. The meeting between Ambassador Thomas Litzcher and President Rajapaksa took place at Temple Trees. President's media spokesperson and international media unit stated that the meeting took place in an attempt to strengthen bilateral ties between the two countries, and discussions were held to further strengthen small and medium enterprises. Minister of External Affairs Professor J.L. Peiris and Secretary to the Ministry of External Affairs Shenaka Seneviratne were present during the discussion. Around 3,000 persons have been severely affected by the drought in Lunugam Vehera Hambantota. According to our correspondent in the area, residents have been affected by the drying up of the Hirindi Oya.
Area residents note that although a water distribution scheme has been launched in the area, they have not received water. Several tube wells in the area are non-functioning and steps have not been taken to repair them. Although the authorities have been made aware of the issues they face, no action has been taken in this regard. Meanwhile, the Department of Meteorology notes that areas that are currently affected by the drought may receive rain during the course of the day.
Now, Newsfirst government organized to bring forth the problems of the people and provide solutions to these problems will get underway today in Miga Sanna Madrigoria, that is. The issues pertaining to obtaining water will be brought for an open discussion at the government program today. Moving on to more local news, the Ministry of Wildlife Resources Conservation says that an investigation will be launched into the incident where officers of the Uva Province Wildlife Department had allegedly cooked and eaten venison.
Speaking to News, First Minister of Wildlife Conservation Vijit Vijaymunisosa noted that a group of officials of the department, including himself, were able to identify those involved in the incident. The minister said that 6 officers had been involved in the matter. The minister also noted that disciplinary action will be taken against those involved and steps will be taken to transfer these officers. The minister also noted that the number of officials at the Ministry of Wildlife and Conservation are believed to be involved in a racket which involved the selling of venison.
The official in question had agreed that he purchased deer meat, cooked and consumed it. Around 4 to 5 people can eat the meat, and a single person cannot consume all that meat. There's another group which secretly consumed deer meat, and they are also employed at the same office. He did not give an account on the details of other groups. He claimed responsibility, but we cannot have any employees who consume such meat. Our objective is to protect the wildlife. This is bad, and had been occurring for a period of time now. I have given one of our officials to look further into the matter.
2 charred bodies identified as that of a male and female has been found in a hut in a field in Dambe Ara Vallavaya. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohan stated that preliminary investigations revealed that the charred remains of a male was identified to be that of the female victim's partner from a clandestine relationship. Police have commenced investigations to ascertain if the incident was an act of suicide or murder. SSP Rohan added that the female and male victims were aged 39 and 26 years respectively. 4 more suspects have been arrested in connection with the assault on police officers in Kokadichole. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohan stated that so far 11 persons have been arrested in connection with the incident.
The confrontation had arisen when police officers attempted to raid an illicit liquor racket operating out of a house in the village of Panearupan in Kokkadichole. The police say that area residents had become agitated when they attempted to arrest a woman who was at the residence. The police noted that shots were fired into the sky to restore calm. Meanwhile, 7 police officers also sustained injuries in the incident. The racket was operating out of a house in a village in Kokkadichole, Batikalo. SSP Ajit Rona noted that several other suspects in connection with the incident have been identified and extensive investigations have commenced to arrest them.
The Criminal Investigations Department has commenced investigations into the complaint lodged by the Minister of Education Bandalogunu Wardana based on the allegations raised by several factions regarding several GC advanced level question papers. Speaking to Newsfirst, police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rona said that a special team has been deployed to look into this matter.
The police media spokesperson said that the Minister of Education has lodged a complaint stating that various sabotageous groups are attempting to deteriorate the trust and value placed in examinations through these actions. He added that an investigation has been launched to look into this matter. Meanwhile, the Lanka Teaching Services Union, issuing a communique, stated that the Minister of Education is attempting to conceal several shortcomings within his ministry through an act of blackmail.
Now, as the Uva Provincial Council polls ever draws closer, election monitoring officers say that all parties and factions should be involved in providing security for officials involved in election duty. Now, this was announced through a joint communique issued by election monitoring organizations CAFE, PAFROL and the Centre for Monitoring Election Violence, and they point out that the safety of the election duty officers are at stake.
We have seen during the past elections that those officials who engage in election activities are being threatened. Government servants in Matra, Mahava, Kesbava, Mahara, Homagama have been threatened by politicians and their supporters. The latest incident involved the Deputy Elections Commission receiving a death threat. If this continues, the officers in the Department of Elections will not be able to carry on with their duties.
Now, on a lighter note, recommendations have been put forward to classify Mihintale, Ritigala and Adams Peak as World Heritage Sites. The recommendations were made at the South Asian World Heritage Conference in Lumbini, Nepal, and the conference was held from the 3rd to the 10th of this month.
A group representing Sri Lanka attended the conference. Director of Excavations of the Sri Lanka Archaeological Department, Namal Kodituaku, noted that a special group from UNESCO had been appointed to look into the feasibility nominations made. UNESCO will classify the sites as World Heritage Sites once the reviews have been completed. 8 locations in Sri Lanka have been classified as World Heritage Sites so far. They include the sacred city of Kandy, Sigiriya, Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa, Galle Fort, Rangiri Dambulla, Rajamahaviharaya, Sinharaja Rainforest and the Knuckles Reserve.
Starting off with some cricket news, the second test between Sri Lanka and Pakistan got underway at the SEC grounds in Colombo today. At lunch, the Sri Lankans posted a total of 69 runs with no loss at the first innings. Winning the toss, Sri Lanka opted to bat first, and the openers for the Lankan side was Upul Tharanga and Kaushal Silva. Cricket fans will not see Mahela Wardana after the second test in the white kit again, as he bids farewell to the longer format of the game. Mahela Wardana scored a total of 2,863 runs in 26 test matches played at the SEC and is the highest scorer at any single venue in test cricket. Jawardana has made 148 test appearances, scoring 11,756 runs, which include 34 centuries and 49 half centuries.
Pras Ahmed in the air. Was that off the bat? No.